What is going on, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel, your one source for breaking Cowboys news, rumors, and in-depth NFL analysis. And today, oh boy, today we've got an absolute bombshell to talk about. The Dallas Cowboys have made a move that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. It's official, the Cowboys have signed cornerback Jahdae Barron, and the fan base is in absolute shock. Whether you're pumped about this or still scratching your head, one thing is certain: this move has the potential to shake up the entire secondary and breathe new life into the Dallas defense. Now, before we dive deep into what this move means for the team, the impact it could have on the upcoming season, and why Jahdae Barron might just be the most underrated acquisition of the year, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tap that notification bell so you never miss any Dallas Cowboys updates. Alright, let's get into it. So let's set the stage. Jahdae Barron, a name that hardcore college football fans will know very well, especially if you've been watching the Texas Longhorns closely the past few seasons. This guy is not just another cornerback. He's a baller, a game changer, a Swiss Army knife in the secondary who has quietly built a reputation as one of the most intelligent and versatile defensive backs coming out of college. Born and raised in Texas, Barron has always had that Lone Star football energy. He stayed true to his roots, committed to the Texas Longhorns, and from the moment he stepped on the field in Austin, it was clear this guy had that dog in him. Not the flashiest player in the world, but incredibly consistent, reliable, and smart. A true film room junkie. Barron's ability to diagnose plays pre-snap, bait quarterbacks into bad throws, and come down with big stops in open space made him one of the most respected leaders in that Texas locker room. Now, the big question everyone's asking is, why now? Why would the Cowboys sign Jahdae Barron right now, especially when no one was talking about him in the same breath as top-tier free agents or trade targets? Well, here's the deal. The Cowboys front office, led by Jerry Jones and the scouting department, has clearly been looking to upgrade the secondary. With the NFC East getting more competitive and offenses around the league getting faster and more creative, the Cowboys knew they couldn't sit still. Injuries, inconsistent play, and blown coverages plagued the team in key moments last season, especially late in games. The loss of veteran leadership and the pressing need for dependable cornerback depth forced the Cowboys to look beyond just the flashy names in the draft or the overpriced veterans in free agency. They needed someone hungry, someone coachable, someone who could come in, learn the system quickly, and be a contributor from day one. And that's where Jahdae Barron comes in. What makes Barron such a unique signing is his versatility. We're talking about a guy who played outside corner, nickel, and even some safety snaps in college. That kind of flexibility is priceless in today's NFL, where offenses are constantly motioning, shifting, and trying to create mismatches. Having a DB like Barron who can hold his own in coverage, step into the box and make tackles, and even take away tight ends or slot receivers in man coverage gives the Cowboys a chess piece they've been missing. Think about how Dan Quinn or whoever ends up calling the shots on defense could deploy him. Imagine Micah Parsons coming off the edge, Trayvon Diggs locking up WR1S, and Barron lurking underneath, ready to pounce on any mistake. That's a dangerous combo, and one that could give the Cowboys a real identity on defense. Now, let's talk about what this means for the locker room. Every year, teams are looking not just for talent, but for culture guys. Players who come in and elevate those around them. Jahdae Barron has been praised time and time again by his college coaches and teammates as one of the most vocal leaders on the field. He's not afraid to hold guys accountable, and he leads by example, whether that's staying late after practice to work on footwork or spending extra hours in the film room breaking down opposing QBs. That's the kind of guy who instantly earns respect. Don't be surprised if he quickly becomes a fan favorite, not just for his play but for the energy and intensity he brings every snap. And speaking of fans, let's talk about the reaction this move has sparked online. Social media absolutely blew up when the news broke. Some fans were ecstatic, calling Barron a hidden gem and praising the front office for finally making a smart, under-the-radar move. Others were more cautious, asking questions like, is he ready for the pros? Why didn't we hear more about him leading up to the draft? But here's the thing, just because a guy isn't being hyped up by the national media doesn't mean he can't ball. In fact, history has shown us time and time again that some of the league's best defenders came into the league with little fanfare. Remember guys like Malcolm Butler or Chris Harris Jr. Both were undrafted and went on to become Pro Bowlers and even Super Bowl champions. Jahdae Barron might just be next on that list. So what does this mean for the depth chart? As of right now, the Cowboys' cornerback room is competitive but thin. You've got Trayvon Diggs as the headliner, of course, but he's coming off injury. Then there's Darren Bland, who had a breakout year but still has room to grow. Behind them, you've got young guys trying to prove themselves, and a few veterans who haven't quite lived up to expectations. Barron doesn't just walk in and get handed a starting role, he'll have to earn it. But based on his college tape, his football IQ, and his work ethic, don't be surprised if he starts climbing that depth chart fast. If he performs well in OTAs and training camp, he could absolutely find himself in the rotation or even pushing for starting reps in nickel packages. Now, let's look at the broader implications. This signing tells us something important about the Cowboys' mindset going into the season. They're not waiting around. They're not content with what they've got. They're actively trying to get better, to find diamonds in the rough, and to build a defense that can finally support this offense and take them deep into the playoffs. The Cowboys haven't been to a Super Bowl in nearly 3 decades. Every year, the pressure mounts. The fan base is tired of the early playoff exits. The time is now, and signings like this show they're at least trying to fix the holes that have held them back. And here's something else to consider. Signing Barron isn't just about this season, it's about the future. If he develops the way many expect, he could become a cornerstone of the secondary for years to come. He's young, coachable, and has room to grow. Plus, having someone like that on a rookie deal is huge from a salary cap standpoint. It gives the front office more flexibility to make other moves, whether that's locking up key players or adding more weapons on either side of the ball. To wrap it all up, this is a signing that might not make front-page headlines outside of Dallas, but make no mistake, this could be one of those moves we look back on a year or two from now and say, that was the moment everything changed. Jahdae Barron brings grit, intelligence, and playmaking ability to a defense that desperately needs all three. He's a Texas kid coming back home to play for the most storied franchise in the NFL. He's got something to prove. And if there's one thing we know about the Dallas Cowboys, it's that when they find hungry players with something to prove, magic can happen. So Cowboys fans, what do you think? Are you excited about Jahdae Barron joining the squad? Do you think he can be a day one contributor, or will it take some time for him to find his footing in the NFL? Let me know in the comments below. Drop your thoughts, predictions, and even your questions, and I'll be responding to as many as I can. And if you made it this far, you're a real one. Go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've got more breaking news, film breakdowns, and Cowboys content coming your way. This season is going to be wild, and you're not going to want to miss a second of it. I'm out for now, but stay tuned and stay hyped. Let's go Cowboys!